This is another episode of Standup Comedy, your host and MC, celebrating 40-plus years on the fringe of show business. Stories, interviews, and comedy sets from the famous and not so famous. Here's your host and MC, Scott Edwards.
Hi, and welcome back to the podcast. This week, it's all stand-up comedy, and in kind of a different way. Normally, I have good, clean sets that were recorded live on stage, but in this case, I found some old recordings that weren't of great quality. So what I did is kind of edited them to try to get some good, funny material to share with you this week. I think it'll work out. The jokes are pure, the comedy is fun, and sure to bring a smile to your face. Coming up later on in the show, Del Van Dyke. He was out of Sacramento, one of our club regulars. He actually taught comedy at the club for many years. He is now living in the Northwest and seems to be still doing stage work, which is nice to hear. On this, he'll be talking about flying with Southwest and a couple other things. So later on, closing the show, comic Del Van Dyke. Before him, one of my personal favorites out of the San Francisco Bay Area, Kevin Kataoka. He did a little bit of TV, but lots of clubs, especially in Northern California. He was a club favorite, and you're going to hear a bunch of different things. He talks about those little plastic water pistols we used to have, working out at the gym, and customer service. It's kind of a weird mix. As I said, it'll sound a little choppy, but the comedy is there, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And before Kevin, I have a little bit of jazz music for you. Now, this is fun, uplifting stuff, sure to bring a smile to your face. If you didn't know, was one of the big homes of the Dixieland Jazz Jubilee held every year in Old Sacramento. And I found this short, fun set that I thought might break up the show and bring a smile to your face. So if you don't like Dixieland Jazz, just wait. It ends quickly, and we have great comedy by Kevin and Del Van Dyke. But it is a lot of fun and upbeat. So that'll come in just a couple spots. But let's kick things off with one of our podcast regulars. He's done a lot on this podcast over the last 4 years. Why? Because he's one of my best friends in the business, Bob Worley. He was a stand-up comedy that worked coast to coast back in the day. He did kind of hang up his stage shoes when he had children, became a stay-at-home dad. But he's a very funny guy, as you've heard over the years. And in this, he was doing some live comedy at my club, and I found some very funny comedy bits I know you'll enjoy. So later on, Del Van Dyke, Kevin Kataoka, and a little bit of Dixieland Jazz. But right now, let's welcome to the stage my good friend, the very funny Bob Worley.
Oh, man. Where I live in Hollywood? Hollywood. I have these French doors that open in. I know the French because whenever I open, they go, except this little French guy living right between that and the screen. No. But there's a lot of homeless there. But anyways, this guy, you open them up, and the cats like to climb the screens to kind of watch the cars go by, and they think it's really cool. They're bitching. You know, and they kind of sun themselves. So the other day, to get back at it for messing up the furniture, I shut the doors behind them. You know, like, hey, oh, son of a bitch! I mean, they don't say that. They're cats, right? They're just going, meow, meow. But if they could speak English, that's what they'd be saying. You know, less than Spanish. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, if you ever said that to me, I'll kick his ass! Thank you for calling life. Hey, now, you wouldn't stuff a cat down the front of your pants, would you? Would you? No. Maybe that one time. That's it. Then you go get him declawed for sure. By the way, if you ever bathe your cat, don't get in the tub with them. That's just my advice to you people. Whatever. Well, you know, people do this with guns. Right? You ever see those movies where they shove like a 45 right down the front of their pants? Anybody ever do that? Hey, it's got a safety. Oh. No. I was gonna use that later. Hey, don't laugh. You guys ever get a hangnail? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Very painful. Not just a hangnail. No. I got rubbing alcohol on it. Man, that bird. Had to get an epidural for that one. My legs went numb. I'm crawling around the hospital like a giant human slug. Just help me! Somebody help me! Little trail man too, I don't know what that was. Nurses running over putting salt on me. What the hell were they thinking? Together, I haven't been sleeping very good this week. Yeah, like not at all. So, got up a little bit earlier than I wanted to this morning, that's for sure. And yesterday, the day before. Why, you wonder? Because of this. Oh, 4 o'clock this morning. Shit! What the hell's the dog barking at 4 in the morning? What, the dude hit the grass? Oh, man. You know, and I'll tell you, I don't even think it's loud enough to where it bothers the entire neighborhood. It's like it's directly right at my window. I can just kind of figure out where I'm sleeping. Oh, there he is. Okay. I swear after a while it starts to sound like Bob! 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 Oh, man. I'm driving over here tonight, just cruising along, right? Just kind of you know, I don't know why he does that. It's an automatic, really bugs me. Don't even worry about it. But I'm driving over, right? On the gear, fine. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a cat or a dog or a rabbit, whatever, just darted out right in front of the car, right? It's like, boom, boom. You know, I hit this thing. You know, right away I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe I just kind of skinned him. Yeah, I'm sure I just skinned him. He's okay, he's fine. He's all right. I think I saw him run off in the bushes. He's A-okay. You know, it's like jammed up under the fender. He'll be all right. Oh, there he goes. Oh, he ran off. He's all right. I mean, I did hear I'm digging him out of the fender, right? There you go, big fella. There you go. Shoot down out of here. Wait. You need these hind legs, don't you? There we go. Get out of here. Go, run away. Run. You're free. Just you and me. Apparently nobody else is right. What'd you hit? A what? A bird? Oh, you want a motorcycle? I would, man. So you think about it, because you know, man, I'm on the edge. I'm not getting much sleep. No, I'll tell you what happened to me is I was driving downtown here around the Capitol. Very nice down there, very nice, beautiful park. And there's like a group of pigeons out in the middle of the street. You know, man, they're stupid. You know, just looking at them walk, you can tell they're stupid, right? You know, what? Enjoy it, huh? Anyways, I'm driving along, and it's like the closer I get to them, the more they start to scatter, because they always scatter, right? But there's always like one pigeon out there. You know, I think he's Mr. Hardass or something, I don't know. But they're eating something, that's why they're out there, which is not a good place for a picnic. Like I said, he started to scatter except for this one pigeon. It's like the closer I got to him, the more he was like looking up like he could judge the speed and distance of the car. I got plenty of time. Then the pigeons I had over on the sidewalk, like, Billy, a car, man. I got plenty of time. But you know, so I looked at his little face and he realized time was up and he tried to take off. It was kind of like a... right off the windshield, man. Oh, man. I think my rear mirror just blah. And then all the other pigeons ran out and ate him. That's brutal. Yeah, a friend of mine, like I said, he had here's the sick part. He took what was left home with the animal and mounted it up on his wall. I'm not even kidding you. Go in this den, there's like a big deer head there all smashed up. All the antlers are busted up, taped together with duct tape. I mean, it doesn't even look like it. What the hell is that? It's like a Dr. Seuss animal. And he's proud, you know, he brags to everybody, yeah, I got that one with the Buick. Then he walks around like a pigeon. Stupid. Oh, man. Hey, that's nothing. I was in Texas once. No, I take that back. I've been there a few times. About maybe 8 or 9. Well, about a dozen. All right, I was in Bakersfield, but it's a lot like Texas. Anyway, I was there, and somebody in the audience said that they hit a cow. Oh, a cow. Now, maybe it's me, but how does a cow dart out in front of your car? I mean, don't cows mosey? I don't think I've ever even seen a cow run. They don't run, right? They got those big bang things hanging out there. I mean, they might run that one time. Hey, let's go, everybody! Oh, walk off, guys! Oh, my. You know, then they gotta get milk. Ow! We're gonna have to get some ice on that. So they learn. See, cows are smarter than they look. They look stupid, you know, that, but you know, they're actually smart. But this guy hit one. And plus, how do you run over a cow? How is that even possible? What do you like, throw that in 4-wheel drive or something? I think we can make it. Ah, jeez, we're all hung up. You kids get rocking, let's go, let's move.
You can see why I always feature Bob on the podcast. He's a very funny guy, and he sees things in such a strange and unique way. Audiences always loved him. All right, coming up right now, a little bit of Dixieland Jazz music from back in our days as one of the locations for the Dixieland Jazz Jubilee held every year in Old Sacramento. They have now canceled that concert, but for many years we were one of the fun sites, and it's uplifting, fun music. Here's just a short sample. I know you'll enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, Dixieland Jazz.
Now, Coney Island washboard he would play. He'd play it here in Sacramento every day. While there's soaps a doll around and there's adults on the ground. He'd rub it up on his little tub and he'd see what he found. Now, thimbles on his finger made the noise. And he'd Johnson on the boardwalk for the boys. He'd give 10 shows a day, midnight matinee on his Coney Island washboard round the lake. Peter Brian.
Well, that was something a little different for the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It's fun, uplifting. Dixieland Jazz is one of those things that's really fun in short segments. Okay, let's get back to some great stand-up comedy. Out of the San Francisco Bay Area, he's going to be talking about those little plastic water pistols we had as kids, going to the gym, customer service, things like that. And this will be a little chopped up because it was an old recording, but I wanted to share some of his funny material. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Kataoka.
This little blue pistol with that plastic thing on the back. Took an hour and a half to get 2 ounces of water in it. You're under the faucet all day. Yeah, I'm gonna get you. You just wait 90 minutes from now, I'm gonna get you. You know, those way too much when he works out. He's in every gym in America. It's like working out with Charlton Heston. It's, ah! Damn you all to hell! Ah!
sit around with a thigh master? Eyeball rolling across the gym floor. It's a madhouse! Like, I bought this recently to lose weight. I swear, I can't believe it's not butter spray. If you're putting anything on your toast like this, you can bet your ass it's not butter. I can't believe it's not dough. I've been to the South before. I was in Arkansas not too long ago. I learned one thing when I was in Arkansas. Not a lot of Asian people in Arkansas. I get there, everyone wants me to fix their computer. Come on, help us! Back off, Jethro. I'm not the Macintosh Messiah. It's not food. When you buy top ramen, do you shop by flavor or by color? As you walk into the store, all right, 2 browns and a pink. That'll be good. Pink is shrimp. What's your name again? Kataoka. Ah yes, Mr. Cafe Mocha. Here we go. It says here in the computer you asked for the call waiting. That's why it's on the bill. You have to pay for it. I'm sorry.
Well, I think you can get the gist of it. Kevin was a very funny guy. These weren't great recordings, but the material is solid and very funny. That was Kevin Kataoka. Okay, coming up and closing the show, one of the club regulars. He used to teach comedy at the club. He used to work on a regular basis, emceed a lot of shows, and is still doing comedy today. Let's listen to a couple short bits by our friend Del Van Dyke.
All these airlines, if you look at airlines, they all cost $200, $300, $400. How you can fly round trip for $200 or one way, $50, $39. Something had to be wrong. And I found out they used 30-year-old jets. Did y'all know this? No, you didn't. Half of us here wouldn't ride a 30-year-old car. But we'll hop our happy ass in a 30-year-old jet. Especially if it's friend fly free. And you know why your friend flies free? So you don't have to die by yourself. What else could it mean? You reach a certain altitude, your ears pop so bad, you damn near have an aneurysm? Is that why your friend flies free? In case you die, somebody can identify you? Damn, that's my friend right there. Oh well, I flew free. You won't need them peanuts no more. I'll open them when I get home. With a can on them. One of them sardine keys. Oh boy, I'd rather drive. I like driving. You can go fast on the highways out here, huh? Sacramento, it's fun, man. Because you try to go the speed limit, man, ain't no telling what happens. You ever on I-5? You go 65, a street sweeper will pass you by. I kid you not, man. You got to haul hands. Then they got cars out there on the highway that put our lives in danger. You ever see cars that shouldn't even be on the road? I saw a car trying to get on the highway the other day, and the wheel broke off as they were trying to get on the highway. What is on their mind? Test your car, people. When you get up to speed, take your hands off the steering wheel. If your car veers right, veers left, you need an alignment. If the car makes a U-turn, take your ass home. That's a sign from God. I saw a car on the highway, it just caught on fire. Cars just don't catch on fire. At some point, you gotta smell some gasoline. He looked like he was riding with his buddy, like, hey man, what's that smell? I don't know, let's go to Reno. I feel lucky today. You ever ride with somebody who doesn't have very good brakes? No, you know why you don't know? Because you never ask people when you get in their car. You never go, how are your brakes? You just hop your happy butt in the car. I'm riding my buddy, man. He came into a stop sign. He blew by the stop sign. I go, what's wrong with your car? I looked over, he was pumping. It'll stop in a minute. I'm like, when it stopped, take my butt home.
That was Del Van Dyke live on stage, just a couple short bits. And I know you enjoyed that, especially the stuff about flying Southwest. Boy, is that true or what? All right, well, this has been a fun show to do. I'm sorry it wasn't better recordings, but the comedy is solid, and I always enjoy listening to these guys. We had Bob Worley, a little bit of jazz music, Kevin Kataoka, and Del Van Dyke. Hey, thanks for joining us on this week's podcast. We're still growing our audience, so be sure to tell your family and friends and rate us on Apple or Spotify if you get a chance. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with one of our interview shows. Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Stand-Up Comedy, Your Host and MC. For information on the show, merchandise, and our sponsors, or to send comments to Scott, visit our website at www.standupyourhostandmc.com. Look for more episodes soon and enjoy the world of stand-up comedy. Visit a comedy showroom near you.